you guys doing? We're doing, and hope your Monday's doing well. Did you guys have a good weekend? And what? Write down what you're reading in the comments. I am going to be reading the Bone Spindle, and I'm trying to finish We Are Liars. Like that'll probably be the first sprint I finish We Are Liars.
Is that by E. Lockhart?
Yeah, it's the no, it's Family Liars, still by E. Lockhart, but it's the prequel, and I haven't read the first one.
There's a prequel? Oh
Yeah,
heck!
so
I need to get on that.
yeah, Family of Liars is the prequel to We Are Liars, and I'm reading Family of Liars for the book club.
Okay. I read We Were Liars a few years ago, and I liked it for the most part, like enough to where like I would be interested to read like more of what happened. So it's fun, and that's
Because this is
exciting.
about, like, I'm guessing from what it's described, it is about one of the characters' mother's family. Like it's like her
Oh,
mom, one of the mom's life stories or whatever.
okay, that's good.
Hello. Working on my channel branding. Hey, I have audiobooks going on a long way to a small angry planet. Hey, we love that.
Yay!
Hey, ML. And then hey, I don't know. I didn't say your guys' names, but hey, Deja. Hey, Staff. Hey, Jen. Hey, Helen. You're probably going to listen to Sweet of Stars in Jade City. And then,
Nice.
what are you gonna be reading today? So let them know what you're reading.
I am working through the Hero of Ages. I'm going to basically try to alternate a little bit between this and editing a video, but I'm going to hopefully get through most of the end of this. I've still got quite a bit before the end, so I'll probably finish this tomorrow, but get through at least a little bit more of it.
That's good. Okay. I still need to get to that. But first you're gonna journal. That's good. I'm probably gonna journal my first, because I actually finished the Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School today, and that was really good. Like 5 stars.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Hi. Reading Legends and Lattes. Okay, let me know what you think. I need to read that.
Yes.
I should
How
before it.
is that? I need to know.
I know it just got picked up, so it's gonna be like redone with a publishing house.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think they picked up that and a second book. I don't know if it's going to be a sequel or a companion or something completely different. But so yeah, he's getting traditionally published, or they are. I don't know the author's pronouns. The Chosen and the Beautiful. If I don't fall asleep, how are you liking it, Jen? Because I know you were going to start that yesterday. Did it make you cry, Bad Witch Books? I was really like about to cry this at work. It was one of those days where I could have my earpod in all day, and I'm washing dishes, and I'm like, I'm not about to cry at work. Like, Legend Lattes is super cute. Loving it so far. That's good. Going to listen to the Raging Place by Camilla Sten. And real quick, before I get too far ahead, at 7:10 we will start our first 20-minute sprint. And then, hey Paco, hey Dion.
Hi, Dion.
The author said it's kind of a sequel or companion. Okay.
Cool.
The Chosen and the Beautiful is so good. Is good so far. I'm enjoying it. That's good. We love to hear that.
Yay.
Let's see. So like in 7 minutes we will start our first sprint. I can do math. But no, yeah.
So,
Catholic. Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School was really good, but Family of Liars is all right. I don't think it's gonna be like a 4 star, but some of these characters need to be like slapped. Hello, Heathers. We reading People We Meet on Vacation. Okay, let me know what you think of that one. Oh, never mind. I think you're talking about a different thing. Oh, you didn't like The Beautiful. I love The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. Have you
I
read that
liked
one
it
yet?
a lot. Yeah, I liked it a lot. It wasn't like a 5 star, but I think it was a 4 star when I read it. There's something about Renee Ahdieh's writing that sometimes I just get very lost with. Because I did the same with um, Flame in the Mist. That duology, some things in that just got very very weird for me. Like trying to read it, I couldn't focus on all of it all the time. So I don't know, just her writing style is not 100% for me, but I liked it enough, so I want to continue it.
I think I gave it 5 stars, but it was very atmospheric, and I love a good atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
It's like why I like the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I think that author really also does a really good like atmospheric energy,
Oh yeah.
and I just know Renee Ahdieh makes me hungry because she's always talking about food in the books, and it sounds super good.
Yep.
Laugh. Emma, I'm talking about the one by I don't know how to pronounce this name. I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, I have no idea. Me?
But I know what book you're talking about. Yeah, I don't want to mess it up. Like I don't want to butcher
Yeah.
it.
That's my best guess.
5 minutes, and we'll start our first sprint. But I started the even though I don't watch I know you watch Critical Role.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying that one of your sprints. I started watching
Yeah.
the first episode of Calamity because even though I don't really
I'm
watch it, my brother.
I'm so behind. Okay, let me out myself here real quick and tell you how behind I am. So I'm first of all still working through Vox Machina. Have been doing that for almost a year. I'm on episode 49 of Vox Machina out of like 120 something. For campaign 3, I'm still at episode 11. So I'm very far behind. But
I mean,
it's like one of
I
those things where
haven't
like,
watched Critical Role. The only reason I'm watching this like season is because I love a lot of the cast that's in it that got added to this one. Like I love Abria, Brennan, and Lou especially. Like, so that's why I'm watching it.
if you really like Abria, she had a whole like other she DM'd one of
Yeah,
the
I need to watch that one.
sections. It was
That's
really good.
like
I really liked
unlimited,
it.
right?
It's
I
the
know.
beginning of Exandria Unlimited. Yes, it didn't
Yeah,
have like
a title.
yeah, it didn't have like a title. It was just Exandria Unlimited.
I know my brother watches it. That's why I know a little bit about it. I couldn't care about any of the Beautiful's characters, and where the vampires needs more vampires. One of the prospective characters in that book was a vampire. Well, I'm not going to get into this. I fight for Beautiful. I started The Body in the Garden at Jen's recommendation. You're on the wrong username, lol. But yes, I truly enjoyed The Beautiful. That was one of my favorite books. Even though I prefer The Damned, the second book in that series.
I haven't read The Damned yet.
I enjoyed it, especially because it opens up the world so much more.
Mm.
So 2 minutes. I can count. But let's see. More comments. But how are you liking Hero of Ages?
I really like it. So far, I feel like I can't quite pick a favorite of the 3 books because I like them all the same. I think I gave book 1 4-star, and I don't remember if I gave book 2 a 4 or 5-star, but they are all like super amazing. I think really if this is going to be a 4-star and it will become a 5-star if I think the ending is like perfect in the eyes of like how the characters have been thus far. Like if somebody dies unexpectedly, I'm not going to enjoy it as much as like if a certain character maybe has like a better ending by the end of it, kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's going to really determine my final rating of it. But I've got like 120 some pages, I think, to the end. So we'll see.
Hey, Jenny. I like The Beautiful. I will take no Miss Renee Stillander. Me and you both, Dion. Whoops. Is The Beautiful the first one? I think I started. Yes, The Beautiful is the first in that series.
Yep.
It's in like the very last pages. Where was the blood sucking? The sexy, scary behavior. Yes, The Beautiful is the first one. Can't wait to hear your final thoughts on the ending of Hero of Ages.
I'm super excited. I'm kind of sad though because my sprints go on when the live show's happening, so I'm gonna miss it. But I'll have all my thoughts on it in my vlog when I get this finished. So I'm very excited.
Love a good vlog. Okay, then yay, I started that one. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. That's looking. I'm gonna not go back. Oh look, it's 7:10, so I could not bring it up. Perfect timing. We're going with this cool moon timer today.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna go mute and then I'll start it. And we're back. How did you go? How was your read? Or were you productive?
I got about 6 pages read, and then that took me about 10 minutes, so about half of the sprint, and then I just decided to edit a little bit of my video while I could.
That's good. Which video are you editing?
I'm editing a vlog from the first few days of June, because I typically do it where like when there's like a cusp of a month in the middle of like a week, I finish out the month usually depending on how many days in that last week with the vlog prior, and then I start the new month with a brand new vlog from like the middle of the week to the end.
So you do a whole monthly vlog or just like weekly?
No, weekly. So basically, what I did with my last vlog for May was it was the entire full last week of May, and then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of
okay.
last week, because there was such a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to put it in. So, but yeah.
Okay, that's what the VOD is for. True.
I do watch them after, but I would like to be engaged in the conversation as it's happening. So it's going to be frustrating for me to not be able to type and be like, "Oh my god."
The way I didn't get a notification, actually so rude, right? Especially during Pride Month.
Awful.
Read about 10% of the audiobook, and then about 10 pages, made tea, and I'm now eating dinner. Ooh, what are you eating? What kind of tea? Even though I'm not a tea fan, still nosy. I read like 10 pages of The Bone Spindle, and I finished Family of Liars, which is the first time I think I've ever started and finished a book in a day.
Nice. Was it a
Mainly
pretty short audiobook?
Yeah, and I listened to it at like 2 times speed, so it was roughly about like 4 hours. And today at work, it was one of those days where I was just able to have a headphone in and doing like a bunch of different tasks, so I was like had it in basically the whole shift.
Nice.
Did some work stuff, very productive. We love that. And then, guys, Gabby's info will be in the description after the video airs. So if you guys aren't subscribed to her channel, you guys would be able to do that. Back in this Reddit black hole, send help. Oh no. See, I don't get like Reddit, but TikTok black holes.
Me.
Especially when I first got a TikTok, I was so against it, and then I had a friend who made one through the Bookstagram. She made one, and I was like, let me be supportive, let me make one, like just so I could like follow. And then I got like, I'm like, oh, 3 hours have passed.
I actually spent an entire night on TikTok after I first got it. I was up until about 6 a.m. one night because I couldn't stop.
I remember one night it was like 9 p.m. and I was like, okay, one more video and then I got to get ready for bed. And then I look around and I'm like, how is it 3 a.m.? Lol, Jen. I got listened to 15 minutes. What are you listening to? I don't remember if you said. You're supposed to be filming, but I'm talking to friends, Lamau. It's always fun to talk to friends. Earl Grey tea, okay. I always wished I was a tea, but I'm just not a tea fan. And then bacon and mushroom spaghetti Alfredo. Ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds amazing.
I've successfully avoided TikTok, but am I the asshole gets me every time. I love that. Am I the villain?
Those am I the asshole ones though? Some of them you're just like, can I just deck a few people, please? Because some of them really are just awful people.
Oh yeah, no. The I'm the asshole in the Reddit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Some of them I'm like, oh girl, what are you doing?
Right, like I'm just like, I'm about to throw a hand or two at you because you are being an asshole. Like, stop it.
Yeah,
That's
like,
not okay.
But then sometimes the audacity some of the people have to go through with, I'm like, oh, better than me. We're going to do our next sprint at 7:40, and that's going to be a 30-minute timer. So I'm looking for a good timer right now. And then I will come back to see if there's any comments right now. I'm just getting the timer ready. Listening to The Resting Place by Camilla Sten. Okay, is that pretty good? It's like a thriller, because I know you guys like your thrillers. What was the last like Am I the Asshole I saw?
I find some of them on like Facebook, like my friends, like I grew up with share, and they're just, can you believe these people? And I'm like, yes, I can because I've met some of these people in real life.
Read a few pages. Sorry, I was watching a friend stream while reading. It's always good to be productive, to be supportive. I always try to support my friends out. I always try to be in people's streams whenever I can make it, even when I'm not supposed to be. When I'm at work, I'll be like, "Let me pop in real quick." It's 7:36. 7:30. So like 4 minutes, and then we'll start our next sprint. What are your kind of favorite videos to film, or like you prefer vlogs, TBRs?
So that's a weird question. I don't really know because for me, it's not so much the favorite. It's a lot of times like what I just feel like filming. So vlogs are usually the easiest in terms of filming, obviously, because you're just taking your camera around all the time. But they're the hardest to edit because I always have so much footage. Like this vlog I'm working on, raw footage was almost 3 hours.
God damn.
But a lot of it is stuff that's going to be time lapsed anyway, so that's why it's so big. Um, and so it just takes me so much longer to get through. I guess if I had to pick a favorite, I think my TBRs would be because I like the Wheel of D20 game I've been playing.
I've seen that. It's cool.
So yeah, that was a game like that went through a very long process of figuring out because originally it was gonna be I was gonna do a campaign with my husband, D&D campaign with my husband, and then what I would roll in the campaign would determine my books, and that didn't work out great. Um, and then it was gonna be basically something else to do more with D&D, and I just decided to get rid of it because it was way too complicated for my brain. And so then I just was like, all right, let's just spin a wheel and see what comes up, and then roll a d20 and see which one I go with. And that seemed to be the easiest thing for most people to be able to try to emulate in the future if they decide to. So
that's cool. I really like your sprints. How you brought the D20 into your sprints. I think I really like how you do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an original idea by any means because I mean, Becca in the books does her dice sprints with Bookathon. I just decided instead of using two six-sided die to use a D12.
Yeah,
like it's pretty much the same thing, just a different kind of dice. And it's fun. I do them honestly like all the time, like outside of the sprints that I do on my channel. Like it's super fun. And the person, I think it might have been Staff, who brought up the punishment roll in our sprints last time. That was awesome.
Yeah, no.
I use that every day
now. Let me just get in these comments. Yeah, it's a thriller. That's good. And it's narrated by the same person who narrated the Finley Donovan book. This man always giving me the most devastating response. I am distraught. Oh no. Hi Dion, what are you reading? Off to bed night, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Air Awakens, that's a good book. Good night, Jen. Night, Jen. Night, Jen. Bye, Jen. Hi, Dion. Haven't seen you today. It's weird. Bye, Jen. And then, right, I will have to do some sprints tomorrow so we can hang out. Okay. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, let's pull up. No, we still got a minute. But so, what was I going to say? I prefer doing, like, TBRs and wrap-ups just because, like, they're so formula kind of, like, it's so, like, easy to film to me. I do try to like mix up my TBRs with my TBR cards I have, which are like character based, but I haven't done those in a minute.
Yeah, I was actually watching your wrap up earlier today that you posted because I'm just trying to get through my watch later playlist of a bunch of stuff, and I saw that and I was like, oh, fun! Like, because like you read Air Awakens, I think. Didn't you? Didn't you just read that?
Yeah, I read that last month.
Yeah, sounded like it was really cool.
Yeah, it was good. I read it. It was like the 12 Friends challenge. And that was Princess Isrek.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, almost done with Legends and Lattes. Are you liking it, Helen? And then, have you done the update updated cards. No, I have not. But I did. I know you know Helen already, but I did have I made a new intro and outro for my videos, so you guys will see that on Wednesday's vlog. I'm really happy with it. Helen's already seen it because she was in Princess's Twitch stream when I made it, so I like sent it to her. I'm really liking it. Whole series Nord. Well, hopefully we're getting it. Okay, so 41. I'm gonna pull the timer up. We're gonna stick with this space theme. Hello. How'd you do?
I got through about 12 pages and then edited some more of my blog. I'm currently down to 2 hours and 20 minutes of raw footage.
Well, at least it's more than you did before. It's.
Yeah.
I read a little bit more of the Bone Spindle, but it's not putting me to sleep. But I had to be at work at 9 today, and I didn't get much sleep last night. So like physically reading is not mentally in the cards for me tonight. So I started Cafe con Leche on audio.
Mhm.
So I'm knocking out my TBR.
Mhm.
Let's see. Hopefully, I enjoyed the world too. Hey, how are you doing? Reading Hero of Ages as well. Now on chapter 36.
I'm on chapter 71.
And then read like 5 pages and then got distracted by Mike streaming. Yeah, I saw that he's streaming. If he's still streaming when I finish, I might pop in and say hey. We will do our next sprint, and it's gonna be a 20-minute sprint at 8:20, and then we're gonna do it, and then probably close out with a 10-minute sprint after that.
Okay.
But how everybody else? How'd you guys do? You liking your books? I want to like this more because I really do like the witches aspect of it, and it's very Sleeping Beauty inspired.
Mhm.
But like instead of like it's like in the prologue was really good. It's just I don't know. Every time I try to read it, I'm being put to sleep, and it's not the book's fault. It's just mentally. I mean, being the physical space to physically read at the moment.
Yeah, that's how I feel like it's been for me with like the Mistborn series. It's not that it's putting me to sleep. I'm enjoying it, but I just for the last like couple of months since we've been reading it was like really struggling with my mental health, and so like it was making it harder for me to want to get into it. And then
Mm,
in May, I had such a hard time getting through one of my Wheel of Time books that then getting into this was also a hard time because it's another like high fantasy story. You know, there's so much involved in it. So it's been a bit of a struggle, but it's not the book's fault. It's been like my own brain.
I feel that. I think one of the reasons I'm like reading a lot more audios this month right now is because I'm reading a lot of my contemporaries on
Mm-hmm.
audios, so it's very like you don't need to have your full brain working like you do in a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the haircut or am I losing it? Yes, I got the haircut. I got it like last week, last Tuesday. But yeah, you'll see it in the vlog. The that's coming out Wednesday, the before and after. Um Now on chapter 38, I can read. Loving people we met on vacation. I just want them together already though, lol, and I don't want to know what happens 2 years ago to make and you want to know what happens to make them stop talking. I thought maybe one of them confessed. Ooh, confessed. Looks so good. Today is looking fabulous. Thank you. Feeling confessed feelings, but now I'm not sure and I need to know. Ooh, I love it when it gets the juicy aspects. We've got 5 minutes. Let me look for another 20-minute timer real quick. Are you an avid D&D player or do you just like play casually?
I haven't actually really played myself. I don't have a lot of people around me that play, so I've not really had an opportunity to. I really only got into it honestly like last summer. Like I've known about it, I've been interested in it, but not really fully until like last summer when I started getting into Critical Role. Like my husband had got like starter sets and stuff because I was interested in it and doing like I was reading some of the manuals to like figure out how exactly things went, how exactly things happened. And then when I was trying to do my Wheel of D20 first iteration, I was trying to figure out how that was going to work, but I wasn't like super invested in it yet until I started watching Critical Role,
Mm,
much more like in depth. So if I had people around me to play with, I would love to be able to play. I don't.
I feel that my brother, he's the DM, but he mainly DMs for his friend group, and that's kind of like his what I call my book too, how it's like my space, my like thing.
Mhm.
So I wish I would be able to play more, but like that is his thing, so I try to leave it for him.
Yeah.
But I've played like once before, and I had a like bard character.
Yeah, I will say, like a long, long time ago, like when my husband and I were first dating, back when we were like in high school, he had a D&D thing going on with some friends, and they brought me in as like just mostly to invite me, just to be there, not really to do anything except act out a character, and it wasn't great. Like I had no idea going into what I was supposed to do. He's just like, you sit there and you act medicine. That's all you need to do. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I didn't roll, I didn't do anything, and he just was like, you're gonna be like a voice actress. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess.
Sorry, just trying I see comics. I just don't want
Nope,
to.
you're good.
Okay, there we go. Finally filmed your video. I have another video to film that I can film in full, so I can hopefully get that done. What's your channel name? I believe their channel name is Stingray. Is it H? Finish the book. Finally, going to sleep now. Night, Deja. Get some sleep.
Hi, Deja.
And then, no, it's Stingray. If you look up Love is Not Easy Chase Analytic Lyrics, it'll come up. I used to make lyric videos, and that one popped off, so. And then bye, Deja. Yeah. No, I've always really wanted to play more, and because I like the idea of making characters is really cool to me. I like made a couple characters.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that character concept is really cool.
Yeah, when I first was getting like researching into D&D, because like when my husband was getting all the sets and stuff before I got into Critical Role, I started to try to figure out how exactly to build a character. So I started figuring that out, and I built this character, and then I just ended up using her for Realmathon, that she
Oh,
from Bookhouse hosts. So yeah, I was just like, oh, that's perfect. Like I have a character in mind, and like I have her personality already down pat. I know how I would want to play her, and so currently, how she's doing is she didn't get a couple classes done, so she's having to take summer school, which is actually very on par for her character because she's very socially anxious, and so some of these classes are like really weird for her to be with all these other people, and so she's like, I kind of need to do this on my own. Like I would much rather do things on my own as opposed to in big groups. So
hey Leah, how are you doing? Yeah, no, like my character. What? All right, go back to the question I had. What character class is it? Because I love the class stuff. Like what?
she is a wizard. She's a, I think, half elven wizard. I
Ooh,
can't remember if it was going to be half elf or full elf, but wizard.
okay. So I made my bard. She was a bard of a glamour, so like the Fae kind of
Mm-hmm.
bards. But instead of like having a lute or whatever, I inspired her by like a jazz singer, like one of those like club singers, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
just for that aesthetic.
Yeah, like, are you thinking like jazz club, like 1930s kind of style?
Kind
Like,
of like almost like flapper-esque like
yeah,
outfit
okay,
design. She has like my brother helped me like has a boa that's like alive kind of.
love it.
And she like owns a tavern.
Oh, nice, nice.
Okay, so it is 8:20, so let me pull up the timer. So we will do this, and then so after this 20-minute timer, I'll repeat, we're doing a 10-minute after that, and then we will close out for the night. Thank you. I wasn't paying attention. I
It's okay.
was updating Goodreads and stuff like that.
It's all good.
How'd your reading go, or your editing?
Good. I got another chapter in. It was like another almost 10 pages, like 8 pages, and then a little bit more done. I think I'm gonna call it a day on this editing though for tonight. There's so much of it. It's gonna take me probably a couple days to get through it. So.
Oh god. Well, at least you got some done.
Yeah, I got like 21 minutes of like fully edited footage, which is good. So.
That's good. I got to like page 240 of this. I think I realized why my like hesitation with this book is that if you did you know any the Bone Spindle when it was like the plot wide, I thought it was gonna be our main two characters getting together, one being like the fighter and the other being the bookie like kind of explorer kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But there are two mains, but they each have two different love interests.
Oh my.
Yeah, and so I don't know why I thought those two were gonna get together because they had a very like aesthetic I like tall girl, short girl kind of. One being bookish, one being like ready to fight, and so I'm a little disappointed in the fact that they're not like. But I mean, it's fine. It's no problem. But I think that's my like with the book.
Well, at least it's still going up pretty okay.
Yeah. What? How did you guys do? How many pages did you guys get done? While you guys answer, I'm gonna look for a cute 10-minute timer, and we will do that last one at 50, so that we will probably be done like 9 o'clock, and then wrap up by like 9:05. This is cute. Okay. Back to here.
I hate having hiccups and burps.
Oh, hiccups are the worst.
Ugh. I always get them when drinking like sparkling water specifically. I always get like the like more of a burp, but it kind of is like a hic and then
yeah. I'm not a huge sparkling water fan. I don't know what it is about it that it's just not for me.
It's kind of one of those things where like either you like it or you don't. Like I remember when I was very young, like I had a friend who her dad was in the military and they lived in Germany for a few years. And when they came back to the States, they brought in like a show and tell thing, like, oh, sparkling water, because it was like a really popular thing there. And it wasn't a very popular thing here yet. And I tried it and I hated it. I hated it so much. But then as an adult, I was trying to find something that would keep me from drinking pop as much. But because I still like the thing for me is the carbonation when it comes to pop, not so much the taste of it or the caffeine. So my husband and I started trying to drink sparkling water, and we just all of a sudden just got really into it. Like he loves this one is like the San Pellegrino one.
Okay.
So
yeah,
you hate it or you love it. So
I have a soda addiction, so
yeah.
Especially like Dr. Pepper is my drink.
Yeah.
Let's see. Had to take out the garbage, so I didn't get much reading done, but just started chapter 40. Not crazy about these short chapters.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're underwhelming, but they're definitely not enough, especially when it comes to like the really intense portions. And where you're at, yeah, they got a little annoying for me with the brevity of them. I'm like, give me more, please. I want more.
Is a lot happening at least though? Like what's these short? Like it's a bunch of stuff, crazy stuff happening, or is it kind of slow?
At the point where Sister Harlan's at, or where
just in general, like in general.
I mean, like the chapters that are short, it's kind of like you're kind of just getting a quick peek at what one of these characters you haven't seen for a while is kind of up to, and it's not like sometimes it's like really important information, sometimes it's not. It's kind of like a bit of a filler chapter, but I think they're still interesting. It's just like they leave you with so little sometimes in those chapters that you're just like, come on, like give me more. I want to know more what's happening. Like, don't leave me like this.
Yeah, I feel that. I enjoyed the first two books. I just need to get into the third one. My May TBR, I was lucky to finish out that one, and I wanted June to be very queer oriented for my TBR. So I was like, I'll get to the book 3 eventually.
Yeah. Oh, this was the one I carried over from May, so this is still like my first read of the month already.
Not bad. You only ever do one book at a time, or do you like multi-book, or?
I do one book at a time now, mostly because I don't have the brain space anymore to do 2 books at a time. I was one of those people where I have an audiobook and then also a different kind of physical book. Now, if I have an audiobook, it's because I need to be able to focus on my physical book, so I get the audiobook to do a hybrid reading. So
I usually do a different audio and a physical, but they're like 2 different genres.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe I'll throw in a comic that I'm reading like on my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all very different vibes. Oops, had you muted? Okay, Helen, I see how it is. No, it's fine. It's fine. In 4 minutes, we will start our last sprint, and then that will be the night. I'm excited. I have Tuesday off, so I need to go to the bookstore because I think Bridget Cameron's new book comes out tomorrow. So I'm excited for that, and I still need to pick up the Merciless Ones. Because it's Tuesday, new book Tuesday, tomorrow.
Yay. Yeah, I'm not like on a strict book buying ban by any means, but I'm not trying to actively buy too much right now. Like, I got Kindle Unlimited though, because I was wondering, like, I wanted to test it out, and they were doing this like 2 months for $5 like trial kind of thing. And I didn't know off the top of my head, because I didn't think to ask anybody that has Kindle Unlimited, if it was more of a borrowing system as opposed to you're just outright getting all these titles.
Mm-hmm.
So I got like 20, and I was like, oh, like they're like, oh, you're capped out, and I like you have to return some to get more, and I'm like, that's a thing. That was a thing.
Yeah, I like Kindle Unlimited. I mainly right now use it for my comics because I like the feature it has where you could like zoom in on the comic panel, kind of, and so I use that for it mainly. But I mean, I also like it for trashy romance.
Yeah, I got the whole Plated Prisoner series.
Ooh, let me know what you think of that. That's on my list.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna get to it exactly, but I think that if I really just need something different, like even with the stuff that's like my higher priority stuff for this month, if I just need something different, that's going to be the one I pick up, because I've been really wanting to read that one for a while.
I've heard good things about that one.
Me too.
Because I really didn't care for Blood and Ash, and I've heard that if you didn't enjoy Blood and Ash as much, then you'll like The Plated Prisoner.
And I haven't even read From Blood and Ash yet. I got that book for my birthday last year from one of my friends, and it was just because it was on my wish list. You know, I wanted like to see what the hype was about it, but I haven't even got to it, and I've had that book on my shelf for like almost a year now. So
I use it for romance, erotica, and paranormal. See, I do too, but some of these erotica on Kindle Unlimited be really wild. And I'm like, why are you recommending me this like book about 2 brothers? Like, what makes you think? What in my soul tells you I want to read this? Like,
what?
It was some random one. So I was like just looking for it, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, Kendall, what do you think about me that you're recommending me this? Like,
okay.
Yeah. It looks like I won't see what happens to separate them for like another 100 pages since the timelines are marked. Okay. I hate when it takes forever. Yeah, oh no. Yeah, I think I messaged, if Leah, you're still in, I remember I messaged you. I'm like, why does God hate me? Okay, let me get the timer up. It is 49. Okay. Let's see. You got to find all the indie romances. They don't shy from the theme. See, that's not my problem. It's just some of the weirder, wild ones I find.
Like, I keep thinking about reading the Ice Planet Barbarians one, but then I'm worried of like, what is that going to get me into later on? Because
what's that one TikTok where it's like, I first said it as a joke, I don't think it's a joke anymore. So like,
Yeah, because I remember like the COVID one went around
oh god,
everywhere, and I'm like, no, I don't want this. Keep that away from me.
yeah. I mean, monster smut and alien smut is a whole different genre.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start the timer. And we're back. How'd you do?
I just read like a really awesome battle scene that ended in very bad things, and I'm not
Oh
okay.
no. Oh no.
Just like there's so much more. I still have like just under 100 pages left of this, so there's things that could change. But I'm like, oh god, no. Scared.
I read like 10 pages.
Yeah, I
And
think
it's
I was
pretty
like
good.
7 or 8.
Well, at least you feel like you're in a good place. Not good place, but like you're gonna want to read more. Like,
Oh yeah, like we're getting to like the very end of this, so like all of like the final battle scenes I think are coming up at this point.
yeah. Okay. I'm going away on Sunday for a few days. I will bring my Kindle, but not a physical book. Ooh, going on vacation, or is it like a work thing, or is it to have fun? And then we're gonna end this at 9:05. And then 15 pages and so close. Okay. So close to the end. So what are you? So is it like going to be a 5-star? You think? Just from where you're at right now.
The jury's still out on it currently. It ultimately, like I said, is going to depend on do the characters get the endings they deserve. Because there's some series where like the final book doesn't have like a very satisfying ending for the characters, either because like they don't get the ending that I think best fits their character, that how they would want to go out kind of thing. And then there's some where like I can't think of a better ending for a series, you know? So it's going to depend on how I feel about how these characters end up.
Thanks for not spoiling it. I heard the end is going to destroy me. It's for work, but I will have fun. That's good, at least.
Yeah, and it's like I don't want to like say anything obviously too until like the live show, which I'm not even going to be at, but it's getting intense.
And then less than 100 pages. Hey, that's good. That means you're almost done. I love it when I get to that like 100-page point, because I'm like, I can finish this today.
I know I want to sit up and stay like finish it tonight, but I'm like I got to work in the morning, I got to be up early, can't do it.
I really hope you like the ending.
I do too. I really do, Helen. I really want to love the ending.
Okay, we got 2 more minutes. But okay, here's another question then. What is a good finale and what is a bad finale? Like examples of a finale you think was done perfectly and a disappointing finale.
So, best example I could give without going too much into detail for people who haven't read the books. Good finale for a character. The Divergent series. I have a very unpopular opinion about that. I like the way that they went with that. It just I understand the hate. Like I understand the hate, but I really like the ending. And then an ending that I found to be very unsatisfactory. Oh gosh, when was the last series I finished? That's another question. I don't know. It's been a while since I've like fully finished a series, so I can't think of one. Oh, that's a lie. I just finished reading the Practical Magic series by Alice Hoffman. That was really unsatisfactory, mostly because of the way that the story was constructed and then how they did the movie very differently of Practical Magic. The books weren't nearly as good as what the movie had kind of led you believe it to be.
Like they completely changed it.
Yeah, like basically the writers of the movie gave Alice Hoffman like a huge boost, and I think she kind of squandered it with continuing the books after the movie had come out.
But and it was been a minute since the movies came out when she continued it, right? Like,
yeah, the book came out in like the mid 90s, and then the movie came out in 97 or 98, and then she continued the series by first creating the story of the aunts, Franny and Jet, and then created a prequel story that focused on Maria, the woman that is like the Owens like start, and then just recently in October of 2021 came out with a sequel to Practical Magic that is supposed to follow Sally's daughters, but really focuses more on Sally than anything, and a little bit on one of the daughters.
Well, that's sad to hear. I was looking forward to trying out that series.
Like, the books themselves are pretty decent. They all were 3 stars or higher for me. But I think in terms of if you're a fan of the movies or you're a fan of the movie Practical Magic, you will be disappointed by the books. I think the 2 prequels were way better than Practical Magic or the sequel.
Okay.
So
for me, a really good finale I liked recently, I read Winter of the Witch, which is the end of the Winter Night trilogy, and City of Gold, Empire of Gold, which is the David Budd trilogy ender. I
yeah,
felt like they wrapped it up. For me, it's not more about characters. Like, I love it when the characters get what they like deserve, basically. But I'm very much a loose ends person.
yeah.
Like, I love when a finale has all the loose ends wrapped up.
I like loose ends too. I think the thing with Allegiant for me specifically was I wanted characters to, like I said, get the ending they deserve. And personally, I felt that the way that some of the characters, ended up finishing out the story was very true to what I had built up in my head of these characters going through the whole series. So that was therefore satisfactory to me. But loose ends, I also like especially with loose ends in like a thriller. I hate it when there's nothing, like nothing's ever really tied up. It's very annoying.
Was just gonna say that one, Paco. Winter of the Witch. Actually, Winter of the Witch is one of my favorite books. Like, it was. I really love that trilogy, the David Budd trilogy. Not David Budd. I mean, I love the David Budd too, but really loved the Nevernight trilogy. It was like it's a good like wintry, witchy read. Let's see. The main character needs to kill who needs to die, or settle into their love story, or both.
Mm-hmm.
Series, yeah, I agree. Okay, we're gonna end it now. So I'm gonna end the broadcast, this live. Thank you guys for coming. I do sprints every Monday, so I'll be back here 7 p.m. PST. Wednesdays I do vlogs, and then Fridays are every video. Make sure you guys check out Gabby's channel. It's gonna be linked down below. And thank you for coming and co-hosting with me.
Of course,
If you ever need a co-host on your sprints or anything like that, and I'm free, I'm down to help out.
Awesome.
But night.
Night, guys.